This is the Lord of Sin. Welcome back to episode 3 of the Android version of Cyber Knights RPG Elite. I apologize, I had to take about a week off. I had to deal with some personal business and may be taking a couple more days off here very soon. But I know I've obviously had a bunch of people asking me when the next video was coming out, so it's going to be today. If everything else works out right, I also have a new way to actually kind of work with the videos to give them even more special treatment. But without further ado, let's get back into Cyber Knights RPG Elite. And here we go. We're back into it. We're going to keep continuing on with the Made Not Born storyline. And the music is incredibly loud. Let me turn the music down a little bit here. Alright. So, I think when we last left off, let's just check our PDA really fast. I'm exhausted and need to sleep. I should head to the gas lamp to get some sleep. I think we did that. I could have sworn we did that. Status. We're sharp and alert. I'm pretty sure we did sleep. Yeah, because we have one experience left. So yes, we did do that. Alright. So now we stayed at the gas lamp. Let's go back in here just in case, and there's nothing left. Alright, so now that we've done that, we're going to the menu. We're going to go to the data terminal. And we're going to continue on. Now, I decided against keeping or going to the fast speed and keep the animated walking on. And just because I think it looks better for the recording, instead of it zooming around everywhere and people don't go, hey, what, there's frames lost, I don't know what's going on. Alright, we're going to call Max here. I'm back on my feet. What's next? Training? Moving on to the training phase would deviate from a documented plan. That would not be acceptable. No, that wouldn't do. First, we need to get you some thicker skin. That trench coat you're wearing won't do very well if you get into trouble. And training is trouble. The first step you need is some basic gear. Armor is the most important thing. It keeps you alive if you hit trouble. I don't think I can afford anything heavier. That is where Luca and I come in. I'm wiring down 550 credits for you. Take them directly to tunnel guns. Once you are earning your own pay, you should upgrade your weapons and armor to better protect yourself. Don't spend this money on anything other than armor. That would, again, deviate from the plan. Alright, tunnel guns and some decent armor. Ask the owner there about the available types of armor and where you might pick one up and why you might pick one over the other. Proper planning requires logical inputs. Be sure to inform yourself. So now we're going to actually head over to Tunnel Guns. I mean, I could try to contact Luca if I want. It's not going to do me any well to do so. So we're going to head over to the map. Pardon me, I can't even talk today. And we're going to, I think I passed it up. Tunnel Guns, I did. It's up there on the map showing, and if you look, you can see the little green arrow where I'm at, and then the red arrow where it's at. And then if I remember correctly, this little area where the little green thing is, where I'm pointing roughly, or pointed to, that actually goes to the next level, to the next area. It does. That shows you where your route is if you wanted to leave the area to get to the next one. Once we start doing the doing jobs, which is going to be very soon, then that's something that we're actually going to have to do. And we're almost to that point. I'm sorry that it's taken so long. For those of you who actually have played this, and you've seen that it's been able to go a little, that you've been able to get through it a little faster, I've slowed a lot of things down for these Let's Plays so that people can get a good feel for how the game is the mechanics are and how the visuals are and everything else. So yes, I've gone a little slow. I try to keep them around 20 minutes roughly, and I've gotten some really good reviews on what they are. The other thing I would like to point out before I continue further on this is that I did notice on the last couple of videos, both in this Let's Play and the Star Traders RPG Elite Let's Play, that I had forgotten that I had lowered the quality of the videos down. That should not be an issue from this video on. I've actually gone back and changed that as well. So these should play in as close to 1080p as possible, and you won't have any degrading artifacts per se on the screen. I hope not, at least. Especially for this game, which doesn't take a whole lot. There's not a whole lot of action on screen. simultaneous or fast action, so it should be fine. So I'm asking him if he can recommend any decent armor. It's my job. That's what I do, Knight. Come over here and let me walk you through the catalog. First off, I have the Rapid Transit Coat. It's probably in your price range. It features built-in hybrid metal ceramic plating that gives you high ballistic rating. Armor with high ballistic rating protects you from range damage like firearms and guns, bullets. You know, if someone's shooting at you, ballistic armor is what you need. Now, if you're going to find a lot of scrappers in the NBZ, gangsters, hyperpunks, warhounds, and drones, they all try to get in close and smash you up. And if you are facing enemies using melee combat, you need armor that boasts high deflection. I don't have any hardened armor in my catalog, but if you get your hands on this quality gear, you should. Hardened armor protects against nasty environments in the NBZ. This place is toxic. So is the rain, poison clouds, and crumbling infrastructure. Hardened armor can shield you from the worst damage. Also, as the firepower gets more deadly, your enemies will attack with weapons that have greater penetration values. Weapons have large penetration values, slice right through soft armor like butter. But hardened armor will absorb much of the damage, so it won't affect you as much. And it may also limit your mobility, but like I said, it's too bad that I don't have any in stock right now. I'm currently wearing street coat with 2 ballistic and 1 deflection, which is not hardened. From what I heard, ballistic and deflection max out around 10 for commonly available armor. After purchasing my new armor, I will find it in my inventory and use it to equip it. Sounds like on my budget, the Rapid Transit Coat may be my best choice. Let me know when you're ready to purchase. So now, you can scroll through and see that he has weapons here, and then he has armor, then some heavy-duty ammunition. So we're going to go ahead and purchase the armor like we're supposed to. Here is the Rapid Transit Coat. Before I do that, though, I wanted to compare and show you guys how it looks. So now, by hitting the compare button, this is what I'm currently wearing. I hope the dot shows up. This is what I'm currently wearing, which is a street coat, and as we've seen here, a dodge of 2, a ballistics of 2, and a deflection of 1. And it sells for 110 New Yen. Versus the Rapid Transit Coat, which is probably what we're going to get, which has a dodge 0. It's not nano ready, it's not hardened. It sells for twice the amount, 220 New Yen. But it also has ballistics 4 and deflection 1. He also has a vest with plates. And you can see the breakdown of what they are. Jacket with plates. So this is the jacket with plates is obviously much heavier. That's why the negative dodge rating on it. The armor jacket is just slightly better than all of those around, and actually gives you a little bit more mobility. Pardon me. But again, we're going to go with this because we only have 550 New Yen. So we can't even afford to get this, any of the other stuff. And unfortunately, with your stock items, you can't sell what you have first until you've already purchased another one. So we're going to buy it right now, and then we're going to go back, and then it says I have some armor that I'd like to sell to the pawn shop. So I'm going to not sell that one. We're going to leave the building. We're going to go in here into our inventory, and it's under items. We're going to wear or change the armor out, and then we are going to go back into, I hit the wrong button, going to go back in here, and now it doesn't say we can sell it. That doesn't make any sense. Alright, let's go back here, and I guess we can't pawn it. Alright, we can't pawn it. But you can check really fast now what our statistics look like. You'll see that there's not much there. The attributes, you can actually see what our base action points are, base initiative. A lot of these are readjustments now because these were never here before, and I like how they actually break that down to show you what your action points are and how they're broken up. Your dexterity, your strength, intelligence, perception, your body, your mind, and how those all break up. And we're going to go into items here. You're going to show what equipped. We have both light fire pistols on hand, as well as 50 rounds in our cyber loader, and we're now wearing the Rapid Transit Coat. Alright, so now we're going to go back out, And we still have 330 new yen. We aren't allowed technically to purchase anything further. But I'm going to go back to the data terminal. He walks all funny, right like that. That doesn't make sense. It looked all like he's got a... Is it just weird? He's walking funny when he walks towards the screen. It looks weird. Alright, just me. I actually don't really notice that normally because I usually have it on animated off, so it moves faster. Alright, before I call Max, let's call Luca and see what she has to say. Alright, so we're going to go with first. There's a lot of stuff here. Alright, we're going to go with Luca. I need more help. That's what Max is there to do. I've gotten you this far. Now you need to work with Max and his people. You ready? When you are ready again, we will talk. Then I can help you. Oh, that's it? You're just washing your hands of me? Trust me, it's better for me to stay away. I could draw some bad attention from other sectors. But feel free to call me when you have questions or need advice. And I could ask her certain things as well, but it's not honestly worth it. I can always get to those, and those will come back up again after I'm done talking with Max. So now, me in a rush, you're moving right along with the plan. It is time to start out with some basic training. I'll introduce you to one of my team, a connector. You've heard of this type? Oh yeah, I have, but not enough. Connectors keep the city running, and they keep Cyberknights in business. They are the go-between for every employer and their Cyberknights. They represent megacorps, security groups, personal interests, and gangs across the city. You will all get all of your direct work from a connector. So I am wiring down the V-chip of the Locofinian connector. Now that we've had you checked out in person by a few of our people, I feel safe doing so. It is for Frederick Flynn, who will get you started on some work. Alright, I'll call him directly, but right now, I am broke. Can you help? That is not in the plan exactly, but I can see why that is a wise adjustment. Work with Frederick, and you can make some good money. I'll wire down another 350 credits for you. Consider purchasing some medical supplies to keep yourself safe. I appreciate it. I will call Flynn. So now, before we do that, I've already gotten the money, apparently. And what we're going to do here first, before we even do that, is we're going to add Frederick Flynn. You'll notice I went to items up here, and then now it's into my item because he wired it down to me. So now it's loaded into my contact card. If I were to go back into the phone, you'll notice that Frederick Flynn is down there. But before we do that, we're going to go to Heaven Pharma, and we're going to buy some medical supplies. Because we have 680 nuyen, or 680 credits, however you want to... They're actually pronounced nuyen, but we're just going to go with that. Alright, so before we do this, we're going to buy some. Now, I'm only going to buy... There's not much difference between the used and the basic, but there's a difference as far as how much health they actually heal. So I'm going to buy one of these. Actually, I'm going to buy two of these. I'm going to buy one stim packs and one cram shot. Now that leaves us with 314 credits, or nuyen. I still call them nuyen even though they're actually credits in the game. Sorry. Alright, so now that we've done that, we're going to go back over to the data terminal. And we're going to call Frederick Flynn. I'm trying to kind of rush through this a little bit because I want to really get the first job going so you guys can see what it looks like. Exactly what I was hoping to see on my comm. Hello, Chumma. Nice to meet you, Frederick Flynn. I'm Frederick Flynn, and I run the sector in the tunnels for the Fenians and keep the jobs flowing. You're going to work for me now. I'm in charge of teaching you the ropes. I heard Max was going to send me a green one. Yes, that's you. Well, now, laddie, let's get down to business. I'm ready to get started. Well, first, you're going to need some new kind of work. A Cyberknight does special kinds of work because of his unique capabilities. No one can store data. No one can store job data or contract like a Cyberknight. Your quantum crypto chip is untamperable. That means that information sent via the Cyberknight is more secure than the same information sent over the global matrix. Nothing compares to the security a knight can offer. But let's not get carried away. Cyber knights are also tough bastards. So most connectors will pick the jobs that do not require a quantum crypto chip if they're willing to work them. For example, you'll be doing message deliveries for me. Nothing too off the charts here. A delivery job goes like this. You will call me and ask for a job. I will let you know that I need a simple message delivered. The message is something small enough to fit in the actual job contract. That means it can be stored on your CyberKnight computer safely. Then I will tell you where my customer wants the message delivered. You deliver, you get paid, you get out of the area, no questions. When you complete a job, you will be paid immediately at the time and gain +1 experience. If you are exhausted while completing jobs, you do not gain experience. Got that part? CyberKnights just do the work. These things are handled on a need-to-know basis, and a CyberKnight never, ever needs to know. I do not know what this message is either, and it's safer for both of us. There is no point in kidnapping us or torturing us to reveal information that we simply don't have. Got it. No questions. Now, when do I get my first contract? Ha! I can live with that question. As soon as you're ready, do a few jobs for me and keep asking, what's next? As your reputation increases, I will move you along to something more challenging but lucrative. Your current computer can only hold one job at a time, so you'll have to finish each before asking for another. While we're talking about your computer, Chema, remember that you start doing jobs, your Navi map will help you locate your job's target. On the Navi map, you can see your own locations highlighted in yellow at all times. If the square is highlighted in red, it means that the job target is in that region. You need to deliver the message there, pick up a package, or whatever. Check the Navi map in your HUD. The tunnels are small, and they only show 2 regions where you can walk and do jobs. When you reach the NBZ, or New Boston Zone, by the way, for those who don't know what the acronym for NBZ actually stands for, New Boston Zone, the map will be larger, but will follow the same rules for coloring regions. So now, we're going to ask for the first job. And I forgot that I hit the wrong button. I'm here to see the connector, because I didn't get a job yet. This is where you start to really work with it. So right now it says I'm green with 0 experience, operating without a team, and currently known as a hang-around to the Fenian organization. He's offering a couple of different jobs here. And these all look like they're going to the exact same place for the most part, working against the Streets organization, working against Lost Val, or Lost Val. They all pay the same amount initially. So I'm going to choose the first one, and it gives you a good breakdown right here of what it is. We're going to the tiny safe house in the I-93 tunnel A6, inside Fenian territory. They need a job completed within 4 days, 1 hour, and 24 minutes. And now I'm going to negotiate the price. So now I negotiated and raised the price from 89 to 112 for this one, and I'm going to accept. Now we can't do any more, and I'm not going to cancel it or anything else. I'm disconnected the VCOM so I can stop talking with him. And now you'll notice up here is that it's red on this side. Let me go back out. If you pay attention to the mini-map, right off to the left of where I'm pushing, you'll notice it's red. That means that our job that we need to do is actually on this map. Not on the next one, on the one we're currently at. The other good thing that you'll notice is that every time that you do it, it's always going to be in bold letters. So that's where we're headed right now to go do our first job. Now this one's pretty simple. There's not a whole lot that needs to be done on these first couple of jobs. So I'm going to do one job on this episode, and then the next episode I hope to have up here in the next couple of days. Perhaps even tomorrow. But we're going to start doing a lot more jobs now that we've gotten into that. Now this is pretty simple. It's an empty building. There's nobody there. You kind of whisper into the dark, I guess. I have a message for you. This person pops out. Excellent. I've been waiting for this information. Your account has been credited. That's it. It's that simple. And notice that our amount has actually gone up. You can click on it. This, by the way, I forgot about that. Where you can actually see what our global heat is, what our zone rep is, and our zone heat exhaustion level. We're still sharp and alert. Now, global heat, the more heat you get, the more attention you draw to yourself. You have zone heat, which is obviously the zone that we're currently in, or whatever the case may be, as well as who runs that zone. In this case, this is the flag for Fenian organization, whereas this is for Lost Val. Okay. Now, right now, we've only got one global heat and no heat in this area. You know what? We have enough time for one more, I guess. Let's just do one more. Can kind of get a good feel for it. Now, these are really just chump jobs that we're doing at first. They really don't have any requirements other than you just going to drop stuff off, or you're delivering a package, or you're delivering a message. It's basic gopher work, and it's early stuff, or light stuff to really get a good feel for what the other jobs can do in the game. So I'm going to go to another one, and he's showing again these same ones. This time it's against Lost Val organization, which is going to be in the next zone to our left. 89 again. We bumped him back up to 112. We're going to accept it, and you can either go down and hit the disconnect VCOM or the back button on your device, which is what I like to do. It's a little bit faster, I think. Now, apparently this one is also here. I apologize. Going to the underground clinic. We're going to set off again, and sometimes you can get some decent stuff. Thankfully, this is even closer than the last one was. We're going to click on here. I have a message for you. Excellent, your account has been credited. And that's it. That's pretty much it. Now we're already up to 538 credits, and we're doing pretty good for ourselves. We are currently still sharp and alert, so we're even better. I would recommend, whenever you're sharp and alert like this, to get as many jobs in as you possibly can, because not only are you going to get your experience up, which is where I'm pointing, get your experience up as much as possible, okay? But you can get as much money logged in as possible too. So, we've survived so far for 18 hours, 6 minutes. We're playing on the easiest difficulty there is. This has been Lord of Sin for Cyber Knights RPG Elite, Episode 3 of the Made Not Born storyline. I cannot thank you enough for the overwhelming support that I got for the month of June. This is obviously the last day of June, but I thank you very much. Let's hope that we make July even better. Last month in June we got 19 subscribers and something like close to 40 or more likes on all the videos across the board. I will still be doing these Let's Play videos, but I also plan on trying to maybe get in some other new games as well, so that I can expand the variety on this channel. This has been the Lord of Sin. Thank you again very much. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time for another Let's Play.